Okay, folks, sorry about the delay. I have been running ragged trying to get this StreamYard stuff figured out. It's been a while since I've done it, so sorry about that. I got a link right there if you want to come up. So that's ready to go. Still working on the kinks of this, because so bear with me here. I'm still getting used to it. Right now, I am hoping I got everything figured out. I don't know yet, but I'm trying. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. My hair is a mess. Got my coffee. Bathroom had to happen at the last second. Couldn't be helped. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping that things will, be better. Don't know exactly how things are going to be working on this too well, so bear with me. I do have some, things working out. Hopefully, my hair is fried, so bear with me. Uh, yeah, I'm bald. Got some last minute stuff I was doing today about trying to get our house and everything else. So financial stuff. So hopefully that'll be good news soon. We got less than like 11 days to go. So keep your fingers crossed. That being said, good evening. This is Colin Kincaid from Kincaid Outdoors. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to be doing some updates on the 5-gallon bucket challenge, some other updates that's going on with me and everything else. So hopefully you're going to be up and running too. So I know, Jason, if you're here, the link is right there and it's active. Hey, bud, how you doing? Glad you can make it. I'm running a little faster today because I'm using StreamYard instead of Talk Studio like I'm used to. So I am getting used to all of this. Had to change shirts at the last minute, the whole 9 yards. That being said, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't know what else to say about this, so I hope you got your coffee because I do have mine. I had to finish that up too. That was one of the other many things I had to do. The 5-gallon bucket challenge, I had some setbacks due to nothing I could control. It was due to weather. And it wasn't from the heat, it was from the rain. I lost more than a few of my aromas because they were overwatered because those were not in a 5-gallon bucket where it had drain holes, unfortunately. And it's not the first time I had to dump out water out of them because they were overwatered, because we've been getting a heck of a lot of water lately. That being said, what's new with you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Don't make me roll my dice on you. So let's see what we got here. Good rolls. We can talk about many, many things if you wish. We can talk about a solar panel giveaway, which I plan on doing shortly. I got some other stuff that I will be talking about here in a bit as well. Yeah, I can understand that the temperatures were really high for you. And that they were swinging that far apart. Oh, that's a big swing, going from freezing to 86 degrees. Now, currently, just because I want to, make you guys informed what my current temperature and weather is. Give me a second here. It is 79 degrees. Our high was 82 degrees. Our low today is going to be about 67. So for some of you, that's probably going to feel like awesome, but you'll say you suck type of situation, but it happens. But though it is 79, it feels like 81 with our humidity, because our humidity is 69%, dew point 68, visibility almost 10 miles. So that's good, but really low winds, so which is good. So we're going to have to wait and see how things go from here on out. That is my update for the weather. I am not a weatherman. I'm just reading off what it says on my computer. I have no new items other than I had shown you guys last Tuesday. I'm hoping to have more to show you down the road. We're going to have to wait and see. Because hopefully one of these days I can show you the keys to the new place. Then we'll go from there. I will ask some questions of you guys, see if you guys have anything. Do you know anybody in the chat, in your lives, that may or may not may have or wants to have a multicam magnetic mount for the Osmo Pocket 3? I currently do not have a action camera or a Pocket 3, Osmo Pocket 3. So not the kind of camera I'm looking for. Though I do have a camera that I've been wanting. It's not the Pocket 3. Your plant never saw inside? Well, my best one so far, surprisingly enough, is my 2-year-old tomato plant. I've been slowly trimming it back to have one central stem, and that stem is the one that's producing more beefsteak tomatoes. Remember, folks, this is the tomato that was grown from seed from a Walmart produce section tomato. And I took a cutting of that one this spring, and I made a clone of it. And that clone grew up and expanded horrendously. And yes, it did start growing beefsteaks, but then it started growing Romas. Then the rain started, and it basically overwatered my plants, whether I wanted to or not. So I don't know what else to do. I moved them out of the main area where we get the most rain and stuff, but apparently the rain came down so hard it almost drowned them. Well, that's true. That's cool. I'm not sure what else, Sorry about that. I'm just trying to do some demo scenes and stuff like that. I have no idea what I've got here. Hey, Stetler, how you doing? Yeah, we were getting so much rain. This particular my clone, I had to dump a lot of water out of it every time it rained. I mean, then I would let it sit for about a week, and then I water it again because it would be so hot and dry. Everything. I mean, I put my finger in, and it'd be like dry about 2 to 3 inches into the soil. So, yeah. I would love to. Thank you, Woods. I really appreciate it. No, I've been wanting to. I've been working with some of my bows, but nothing major. I've been trying to work with. Where's that at? I got a bow right here. I was going to show you that I've been trying to do some stuff with. Not my regular ones, but this one's my takedown longbow, and I've been trying to work on a better way of carrying my tips for my arrows, because this kit is very small because it's portable, and I only have so much I can carry in it. because it's an old military kit for tools, basically. And it just flips over that way and just ties. There's nothing really major to it. But and there's no straps to hold it. I can't wear it as a quiver, though that is the plan in the future when I have more time and actually more money too, because I have to find a way to get the straps put on there so I could wear it like a quiver. Back quiver, folks, not side quiver. I have never been comfortable with those. But I do have some really cool arrows you might be interested in, which are really cool takedown arrows that I only picked up for like $32 off of Etsy. And I think you might be interested in these because these are really cool. These are technically for the pocket shot arrows, as you can see, but there's 3 takedown arrows. They run about maybe 28 inches or so. And they are fairly thin, but they are carbon arrows. And they're just, but they are feather fletched, which I really, really like. See, as you can see, these are real feathers. See, they're real feathers. And just screw together like this. These are really straight too. This one cost me like $32 for the 3, which is fairly inexpensive. And they will hold broadheads, field points, anything like that, because you can screw them in. They already got a field point on there, as you can see. But so that's all, you can just fit on pretty much anything on there. I have checked it with my other points and stuff, which I have my box right down here beside me. Yeah, feathers are more forgiving because I literally watched a guy shoot his arrows, and he was using vanes, and he basically ruined his arrows because he shot through the vanes. It just went straight in one side, right out the other, and basically ruined the arrow. But this right here, as you can see, it's really freaking straight. I just put it together. See how straight that is? Look at that. And it weighs next to nothing. I prefer like a 125 grain tip and everything, but I'll show you the broadheads that I prefer to use if you want to know. So, give me a second. I just disconnected my light over here by accident. This is my kit. I wish I could take this with me wherever I go, but it's too big. I'm trying to find a way to carry smaller ones because it's too big to carry most places, unfortunately. And I also have a plan for trying to make some of these for that bow right there too. So that's another thing down the line. Oh yeah. They're a lot more forgiving in the rain than people think they are. And give me a second here. I'm trying to find where did I put it? I know I have them. Oh, that's not it. I think I have them out in my the living room because I was working with them. But these are the tips for them right here. They hold 3 blades, and it's fairly simple to put together. And they'll work with any of these. They'll just screw right on in here. As you can see, this is a fairly large field point. Right now it's a field point, but it'll be a broadhead when I pulled it all together. But that is like a wicked looking point. You can see it's not exactly cone. It's got facets. I'm not sure if I have all the parts here for putting a set together, if I can show you or not. I have to take a look. But the blades that go on this are these right here. It holds 3 blades. The only thing I don't have is the gaskets that I know to hold them together. Oh, sorry, I got it upside down. Just fit in here like that. I'm more of a fan of a 2-blade broadhead generally, but I don't have a lot of those currently for just 2 blades, even though I do try. So I am a big fan of Zwicky broadheads and stuff like that. But I generally prefer, sorry for talking from when I was down, I generally prefer cedar arrows and stuff like that. But for this kind of situation, this is the setup to go. And this is fairly large point, so this gives you an extra 2 points of, 2 inches, because this is what a regular field point, the field point that comes with it, compared to this one. Another 1.5 inches or so, plus the blades. Now, that will take down most game. I mean, I do have some ones that are set up for, well, give me a second. I think I have them up here, right above me here. So bear with me here. I'm just trying to remember where I put stuff. I don't get a chance to talk archery shop very much, which I miss. So give me a second here. Okay, set this off to the side here. Where's it at? I think it's this one. Nope, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not it. Where's it in my other one? Nope, not over there. It's got to be on the other one. Oh, I'll find it. I've got some 4-fletched ones I prefer to use, as you can see. And these give you a lot more penetration. These are at the same diameter as the other one. I generally don't use carbons, but this is what I have available. But there you go. That's, that is a fairly good arrow. I've seen your videos. I've been watching them. Good job on your shooting. I don't really have a lot of places here to practice where I'm at currently. Once I get the keys to our new place, I will have all the space I need. But right now, I am kind of stuck with my limited mobility, which really sucks. Things are hard for me. Give me a second. I got to check a box I have on my side table near my chair in the living room. I think that's where my arrows are at. So give me a second. Well, it's not there. I must have moved it. That's okay. I'll figure something out where I can show you guys, because I mean, they're really, really good arrows and really good tips. I bought a couple dozen of them when I had the chance, when I first won those arrows. So I can't practice, not because of the distance or anything like that. It's the location where I am located at currently. I am less than 2 blocks from the city police station and firehouse and everything else, and they kind of frown upon that within the city limits. And there's not much I can do about it. CR, you don't shoot though, do you, brother? But I will get you the link to where to get these, by the way, they're on Etsy. They are amazing arrows. They're like $32 when I last purchased them, and they're very good to have on hand because you never know what's going to take to have these things just sitting in underneath your seat, in your quiver or whatever, because this thing will hide in your quiver. It's very small. I did take the little dividers out to lighten the load just a little bit and give me a little bit more room. I plan on adding a couple bowstrings in here, that kind of thing, just for extra space. But that's down the road. I'm still trying to, I'm a little distracted, so. Okay, there. Give me a second. Let me go get them. Okay, give me a second here. It's been they're the last things I bought off Etsy for a while, so I will pull up the link and everything, and you guys can see it for yourself. Okay, here, check these out. Give me a second here. That's the link. Check it out. It should be clickable. You can go straight there. $32. Can't beat them. Does all the information right there. Sorry for being quiet. I'm just trying to pull up that information for you. That because right now they're running about. Let's see here. Their spine weight is about 500. It's not very much. I get it. I'd rather have a 300 to be fair, but 500 is not too bad. Um, they're about 30 inches long, a little longer with the tips, and depending on your grain of arrowheads. Like I said, I prefer a 125 grain, but if you like them heavier, you like them lighter, you can change that. If your arrow is not strong, you can add extra stuff in between to stiffen it up a little bit inside the chambers. Little extra weights to give it a little bit more spine weight by down into the shaft itself. Not very much you can put, mind you, because it is a very tiny spot. Because you got to fit through that little hole right there. But yeah. I prefer a 4-fletched over a 3-fletched, mind you, but they still work. I hope I got that. Just let make sure everybody can come up here because I don't want to lose anybody. But for $32, you can't really beat the price. Sorry, updating my yeah, that's the one. I was in the wrong account. I got 2 accounts. Yeah, I mean they'll fit underneath. I mean, with this being like about a foot tall. I don't have I got my tape measure in my boxer, but they're like that big. As you can see, they're not very big, about a little over a foot long. They're 10 inches in the shafts, so probably about 11 inches or so right there, and you'll fit that under your seat, in your backpack, whatever, and along with the bow like I've got, like take it down, or if you have a takedown recurve or longbow, depending on if you wanted which ones you're looking for, you can pretty much do anything on that. It's really convenient. I plan on getting more of these, but I'm planning on refletching them because I prefer a 4-fletched over a 3. And I just want to make it a little bit more my colors instead of the standard colors you see here. But yeah, you can make them your own and throw in a few extra tips at the bottom of this thing in one of the cups, right in the base here, and you could change it for whether you have judo points or broadheads, field points, which they already have, and go from there. Personally, I would find a way to add a bow fishing tip to it because I would love to see if these things would work for bow fishing. I don't know if that would work 100%. Personally, I would love to find some heavier shabs, sort of like a 300 grain spine weight, 300 spine weight or 350. I think that would be a little bit more stout for most things I use. I do shoot a 55-pound bow, which is what my takedowns are mostly here, and a few of my one-piece bows, with exception of 2, which are 165, and the other one is 105. So, yeah. So those last 2 bows need special arrows for those. I've been trying to get some stuff for making them. I do have the ability to do so. I just don't have the space. Because once I get to my new location, I do plan on setting up a thing for making fletching arrows so that I can keep on doing that. That being said, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, I think I might have found one of the tips. Give me a second. Oh, I did. right here. See, that's what those tips look like. Now, this is not on the takedown arrow, but I can move them over there. And there's a little O-ring right there that holds all that stuff together. Kind of hard to see, but it's like right in between. But that's what they look like. As you can see, they'll take down most bigger game. Personally, I would rather see some judo points, whether they're going to be simple actual judo points or they could be anything else that would work for blunts. So that way we can use them for anything. I'm a big fan of small game over big game. Because in a survival situation, everybody and their grandmother is going to be going after deer. To the point the deer are going to get skittish. Once they're skittish, that makes it really hard. And it means if people see deer going onto your property or your area where you're at, they're going to be crossing into your land just to get the deer, whether you want them to or not. But rabbits, squirrels, any other small game, anything up into including turkey, that's those kind of things. This right here was set up will be perfect for that. Dear food, I miss you too. Exactly, CR, exactly. But that's the one thing you got to pay attention to, because a lot of people don't realize if you're going after bigger game. I mean, if you're trapping and stuff like that, you could try doing some live trapping of some rabbits and stuff like that and see if you could raise them individually and just try to raise some stock that way. But unless you have a practice doing that, I wouldn't suggest it. But if you can, do that. It's not easy, but my wife, in her growing up, her family raised rabbits for food. She did not process them because that's one thing she never did, but she did clean their cages and feed them. Now, if we end up having to do that, we're going to do that. But we're planning on having chickens too, so that's another thing. Well, let's see here. Large game is considered deer and above. Everything below a turkey and down is considered small game, at least here in Iowa. We don't have anything like bighorn sheep or elk or anything like that. Buffalo, none of that. We do have cows. We do have pigs. Though I think those might be considered large game. Now, they do have large cats here somewhere, but they're not. They're here, according to the DNR, or not here, according to the DNR. They're not legally here. Oh, yeah. That's not just going to be the only thing. Hey, Todd, how you doing, brother? And corn is definitely one thing Iowa does have plenty of there, Todd. And here comes Jason. Give me a second here, Jason.
Yeah, I'm here. There I am.
I was waiting for you to pop up. I was running a little late because StreamYard is still giving me fits on how to figure it out.
No, I just got back in from the backyard. I had to get rid of some cardboard boxes, a little bit of watering, unload the van.
Oh, I get it.
I got to reload it up again tomorrow.
Oh, I get that.
Well, no.
I had to get rid of some of my Romas, unfortunately. They overwatered because of the rain. I've mentioned that a little bit yesterday. And they did not survive.
Well, did you save the seeds?
I did save the tomatoes, though.
Yeah.
I just haven't done anything with them yet because I don't know what to do with them. And I don't know what they're going to give me because these were originally hybrid beefsteak. And it's going to be interesting to see what they produce.
Yeah.
They could produce Romas, or they could produce beefsteak. or a combination thereof. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, CR, it's still 97 degrees here. Now, like I said, a little bit of announcement. Check
Go ahead.
your local Lowe's because ours has the 1 cubic foot bags, 3 for $10
Of what exactly?
of the New Grow garden mix soil.
Okay, that's what you didn't specify what that was first. You just said everything else but that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to join us for the winter session and the next fall or next spring session, grab your bags now.
I've still got a 3/4 of a bag of my expert gardener soil right now, but that's going to be used primarily when I transplant my 2-year-old, my immortal, tomato plant, I guess, into a newer pot. But that's going to be Ian's potatoes, which we're probably going to be harvesting this weekend.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got up on a lot of coffee plants, 11 of them to be exact, maybe
That's
all
cool.
12 into larger pots. And I got to do a pomegranate tree and put it in one of my barrels.
I don't know much about pomegranates, to be fair.
They're tasty. They're better just squeezed and drink as a juice than trying to eat them.
I know they have a lot of seeds.
Yes.
That I do know. I don't know anything else. I mentioned it earlier. I'm not sure if you caught it, but I was mentioning I did a little weather report, like you usually do.
Yeah.
It's 77 currently. We had a high of 82. We're going to have a low of 67. That's a big, drop, almost 20 degrees. And we have a humidity of 74, which is fairly high, and a dew point of 68.
Oh, yeah.
With visibility is 9.9 miles.
Now, you might have fog tomorrow morning.
Oh, I'm sure we probably will. I can do a check real quick by the hour.
Yeah.
And see what it says for tomorrow.
Now, would that be considered a corn fog?
It might, because the humidity is coming off of that.
The dew point is high, and the corn sweats, and
Oh yeah.
transpiration.
Oh, by the way, moon phase is currently in the waxing gibbous phase. So just let you guys know.
And be careful, people. It's summer solstice for those who like to party.
That's in 2 days, you said.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if everything goes well, we'll be going to the state fair. If everything doesn't go well, I'll be working in my garden.
Yeah.
What little I have left.
As I like to poke fun, be careful out there. You're going to have a lot of druids dancing around the fire pit.
I can't dance right now. I do have a fire pit out there, but no firewood.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a fire pit ready to go, but no firewood currently.
Yeah, those guys know how to party.
Hey, I know I'm a druid. I count. Okay, Todd said his grandma had I'm assuming that meemaw means grandma.
Yeah.
Had a pomegranate bush in her yard.
Mm-hmm. It's a tree bush.
Okay. Now, I do plan on seeing if I can get some pawpaw fruit planted at the new location when I get a chance to. I'm still waiting approval from the lender for we can get ready to sign on the dotted line in about 11 days, hopefully, if everything goes like I hope it will. Then we'll be into a new place, Jason.
Yep.
Which will be awesome.
And I know I got to buy a new hose because I got to buy it tomorrow because I have to water the all the pots inside the greenhouse, and my hose doesn't reach now.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, so it's going to go 3 days without water.
What you need is one of those plant bulbs things, like they usually for house plants.
Oh no,
Why not?
that's not enough water.
Who says you need just one? Put three.
Like I said, pots.
Hmm.
I have many, many, many pots.
So you'd probably need about 50 of them.
Yeah, they don't hold enough water.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's another way you can make your own version of it.
It's called a 5-gallon jug, and I'm not toting all those around.
No. Not a 5-gallon jug, but something like that. It's like using a water bladder with the hose, dripping slowly into your pots as you need it.
It's called a bucket.
Well, this one you don't have to hold on to. You can hang it.
Yeah, you can drill a small hole in the bucket, put a lid on it, and when it heats up, it pushes the water out. When it cools off, it'll draw air in.
Yeah, I guess that could work.
You drill a hole at the bottom of the bucket. Problem is, it's not big enough to hold the bucket.
Why isn't?
I mean, I'm not. All my planters are not big enough to hold a.
No. You don't have to. You can attach them other ways. Like you put in like a. Depending on if you're moving them around or not,
It's cheaper.
you could put a little those little tiny fence posts from Lowe's.
Again,
Not the heavy duty ones, but the smaller ones.
it's
Just
cheaper.
enough to hold the weight of the bucket to water your plants when you just temporarily.
No, it's cheaper to get the hose.
Yeah, I guess. You can make a ram pump. That's what you need.
I don't
I
have.
know you can make a ram pump from what the materials there at Lowe's.
Oh yeah. The problem is I don't have the water falling fast enough.
You can make a dam. You
No,
have access to water.
it needs to be moving fast.
What's the flow rate at the creek?
Maybe 4 or 5 CFS. Not a whole lot.
It doesn't have to be a lot.
Very shallow.
It just got to be constant.
No, I don't have enough fall in speed.
That's why you dam it up and put a little pipe at the end of it.
You can't do that here.
Oh, they okay. You guys have water rights things.
No, it belongs to the Army Corps of Engineers, and they get very upset when you mess with water.
They have, like I said, you have a water rights thing.
It's not the water rights; it's the navigable water.
It's not navigable if you can walk through it with it's only ankle deep.
Yep, it is.
How? You tell me how you navigate it other than walking it. Put a boat in there. If it doesn't move, it's not navigable. It's too low.
Yeah, even canals and even our. When I was in Arizona, the some of the parks were water rights for Army Corps of Engineers.
Well, I understand some of them did maintain some of the man-made lakes and stuff like that because they were made by the Army Corps.
No, the parks, because they hold water,
right?
flood water.
Ours, where we were at when we were up here for the gathering up here.
Mm-hmm.
The dam that you saw up there was done by the Army Corps of Engineers.
Oh yeah,
and it for a little place in Iowa, it was huge, as you can attest. You were there. Now, was the fishing good for you? No, unfortunately. But you weren't in the right spot. That was the only problem.
yes, Todd, it's true. If a paper boat can go down it, yes, it's navigable.
How?
It's just the way it's worded.
So I need to make a little twig boat and see if it makes it down the thing?
Yep.
Okay, paper boat race time. See who
Hey, Gary.
could make the best.
Hi, Todd. Hi, CR. Who else is in here?
Ozark Woodsman.
Ozark Trail. Okay. Ozark Backwoods. Okay.
No, Ozark Woodsman.
Ozark Woodsman. Okay. Hello. There's 3 or 4.
We were discussing archery stuff.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
showing them off those takedown arrows I got, which are
Uh-huh.
really nice for what they are. If I could upgrade them to heavier duty arrows, I would. Because I would love to see some 300 spine arrows for this kind of situation. So, but that being said, we're going to go back to the bucket challenge stuff. Which one, besides your peppers, are you getting ready to harvest some of those or no?
I'm gonna wait for some. I'm gonna wait some of them to turn red, so I know I can get seeds from them.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't fertilize them today because I actually need to water them and then pour the fertilizer on there, so I don't flush out the fertilizer.
Yeah, I get that, Todd. But Todd's down in Texas with you, right?
Yeah, he's further south than I am.
Right.
And a little bit west.
So Matt's north of you, Todd's south of you.
No, Matt is southwest of me.
Southwest? Okay. I thought he was further
Over by
north
where
than
Todd
you.
is.
Okay.
Those
I'm north and east of you. Technically.
by only a few degrees.
It doesn't take a few degrees and a few hundred miles. About 1,300 miles, I think you said.
Yeah, 16-hour drive. Yeah, it's over in the
well, it's not. It doesn't help that your state is like it takes 2 days just to get across your state.
Yeah.
At least it's not Alaska sized.
No.
That would take you a week to get through.
Well, if you look at Canada, some of those provinces, yeah, it's 3 days
Or more.
to go north and south. Oh yes.
Well, I know, like British Columbia, if you go from north to south, or south to north in this case, if you're going towards Alaska, you can be on the road for a week and still not leave. The only thing I would worry about is running out of gas.
Ouch. Ouch, Gary. Ouch. Ouch.
What happened?
Today we got our new water pump for the excavator. It cost them $465.
The excavator. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you said escalator. I go, wait a second. That's not what it says.
Some people prefer to call it like a track hoe or something like that.
Backhoe?
No, a backhoe has wheels and a bucket on the front.
Not always.
Yeah.
I've seen some that's got the little grabber.
Yeah. So yeah, the excavator is one of the little tracks.
That tracks. I have kept every seed tomato that's come off those plants, and I am very surprised how big my 2-year-old tomato plant is doing with that last tomato that just popped up out of nowhere. So I am going to be transplanting that one. I was hoping that it was been done for it to been going dormant, sort of, so I could transplant it into a bigger pot with brand new soil. But I'm going to have to hold off until that one gets done. So I don't want to shock it. Okay, thank you, Ozark. I really appreciate it. It's not a hoe? Does it cost? I mean, it still costs money.
It's still a sizable unit though.
Okay, we got to make sure we watch what we're saying here because that can go so many ways with this current topic.
Oh yeah, especially with the wig and googly eyes.
I have seen people do the big googly eyes on those before. I think it's kind of cool. The track hoe, that's what you called it, right? Yeah. You called it a track hoe.
I call it both, actually.
I've never learned how to drive one of those. The only thing I can ever do is a Bobcat. No more than that. Oh, well, Bobcat, slip sheet machine, couple other warehouse machines.
Yeah, see, he says right there, it's a tracked excavator.
Okay. Okay. I'm familiar with what he said. He told me that already. I don't know how to run one. Though Jenny, wait, I did see something a while. Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, give me 2 hours on one of those. I'm good.
I saw something the other day on Facebook Marketplace, and
I think he froze.
I'm
Oh,
here. I'm just sorry. I'm looking. It was one of those six-wheeled vehicles
the Argo.
that can go land or water,
Yeah, it's Argo.
but it had a trailer
Yeah.
that also did the same thing. But they were yeah, it was so freaking cool. I showed Jenny about it. I saved it, but I don't know if I could find it in my
Well, they got the small ones or the six-wheeled ones, and they got the large ones which has 8 wheels.
to look up what I saved because I remember saving it on my list, but I can't figure out how to find my list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those things are so much fun.
They looked amazingly fun. I don't know.
Rough
Uh,
ride. It is a rough ride. They're not smooth. Not only that, you can also get it with tracks too.
I don't know if this one didn't have tracks unless I read it wrong. If I think the front one had tracks, but the trailer had wheels,
Mhm.
but it also had a motor to allow you to go through the water.
Oh no, that's a duck. Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. But I'm just trying to remember where I did save it, but I don't know how to find it because I mean I have never been able to find the stuff I save on freaking Facebook
I don't
Marketplace.
know if that would be a help or a hinder to have a duck here.
It would be fun either way,
Yeah, but you got to feed it and take care of it.
just like any other duck.
Yeah, except for that one takes a lot of money. And that's if you can find one.
Well, like I said, the one oh here it is, found it. It's a 2008 Hydra Track.
Uh-huh. Or you can get a Sherp, which are now starting to show up here in the U.S. now, because they found a way to get them from a certain country through another country to get them here. Yeah, they are gas hogs, by the way, but they are
I
all.
think that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. See how the tracks go over the wheels?
Yeah, that's that one, and this one here. Okay, it's got 4, but that one's got 6.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool, no matter what. And the fact is, that could tow that through the water. But yeah, that's all. I remember I found it though. It took me a while.
We went dark.
Sorry about that. A second. There we go. I'm still getting used to this StreamYard stuff because I mean, I don't know how. It's really tiny. I'd rather be better than doing that. But I don't know how to do the background.
Gary said, "Look at the Sherp. Those things are kind of awesome."
I've seen swamp buggies before, but I got this one here is like I said, it's called a Hydra Track, and I think it's really cool. To be fair, if it's because they got it, but the thing is, the price is off the chart. I could buy a small house for that much, because they want $50K for it. Now, would I buy it for $50K? No. But I would love to have some fun with one for a while. Jenny knows how to drive with those little mini tanks in the service.
Yep.
and she could drive this probably, but not me.
Is that one of the little service vehicles?
This is the one that's the anti landmine tank that helps disarm landmines.
Yeah.
She learned how to do that in the service. One of the things that most people don't realize is that in the service, you have what is called a secondary wartime duty. If you're an admin or something like that, you don't just do admin stuff. You do stuff like I've done in the past.
Logistics.
No, actually, putting together disperser bombs.
Mm.
Yeah, things you wouldn't think of. I actually worked in a skip shelter, which is the underground radiation shelter, where people, where they go in with their full camp suits and masks and stuff, go through the line.
Suits.
Huh?
The type A suits.
Well, I don't know if they've changed it since then, but it has been like 30 plus years since I've done it. But
those are fully self-contained. It's type A.
Yeah, these things are underground. They're fully enclosed. There's the air is filtered. There is no heat down there whatsoever. But you go in, and as you go in, get decontaminated, you lose what you're wearing, one piece at a time. By the time you get into the middle of the shelter, you're naked. And you think I'm joking. Everything comes off. And they give you a new set of clothing on the way out. And it reverses the process. You're welcome, CR. Yeah, but the thing is, I've actually spent a week down there once, and it was different.
Well, I have no idea what my grandpa, what ship he served.
But the average temperature down there was around 63, or maybe a little lower than that. And we didn't see the sun for a week, and that was not something I would want to do again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to be outside.
Well, if technically, since we were doing what we were doing, that wasn't an option. But it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It just something I would rather. I mean, I'd rather do that than where I was before doing this disperser bomb stuff. The decon chamber, yeah, exactly, Gary. Because you got to go all the way from the decontaminated, go into, once you're in there, all you got is racks and racks of bunks, and you'd be giving a fresh blank set of clothes and everything.
And your iodine shower?
That's a part of the decon stuff.
I know.
And they will, I mean, if something like that was required, that would be a whole different section. I wasn't a medic yet, so I don't understand that part, because that's a medic type stuff. But I think we did have a medic on site for that purpose, or a nurse or something. I can't remember, but it was like 30 some years ago. So bear with me here. It was interesting. I will say this. We did not do 100% military things all the time while we were there, because it is boring as hell. Because you've got to wait till they call the all clear and all this other stuff. So you're there for 24 hours a day for a week. And you just can't be on call 24/7. You can't. You'd go nuts. It's basically solitary confinement for the week. But we watch a lot of movies. That's been a while since I've seen anything like that, because I didn't become a medic until 91. And all this stuff I was talking about didn't happen until I was over in Germany. I didn't really have a secondary wartime duty in California when I was at the Presidio, because it wasn't required, because I was on U.S. soil. And it was just a very unique post in general. But that's enough of the wartime stuff. Jason, what's you mentioned the winter or fall 5-gallon bucket challenge update.
I don't know. We got Cliff. He wants to do a winter one.
It's not going to be an option for much for me, unfortunately. I mean, I could move
Yeah.
some of my plants inside. Hopefully, the pepper, my 2 tomatoes, definitely. But that's about it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do peas and probably other root type plants.
The link should be in the chat there,
Maybe some
Cliff.
lettuce.
Let me. I don't think I stored it. Give me a second here. There we go. I pinned it.
Epic challenge? Yes, I know. It's going to be an epic challenge.
I don't know if I can clone a pepper. I don't think I'm good enough for that yet. I got lucky with my tomatoes that I have. That it turned up being a mutant.
Yeah. No, you can do it too. It's still part of the same genus family.
Well, what I mean is that mine turned out weird. As you said, you've never heard of it happening.
Nope.
Because my tomato plant is weird. I think because I had it in fresh soil and it was already an adult cutting of a very mature tomato. So maybe that's the reason why it's split into 2 different types. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Waiting for Cliff to get up here.
Well, the link is there. So I had to make sure to pin it. I forgot to do that earlier.
1939.
What about 1939?
That's the code
For what?
for the link.
Oh. I don't see it.
Cliff knows what I'm talking about.
Well, I would like to know what you're talking about. I feel, confused. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
I do plan on doing green beans in the future when I get to the new place, as well as some other stuff. But because the stuff that we normally eat are green beans. We never done peas yet because we never got those to grow. Tomatoes, potatoes. Now that I can grow potatoes now, I want to do carrots, peppers. Now that I got peppers, I want to stick with the same kind if I can.
Alrighty, hold on. Colin?
Yeah.
Don't blurt it out, but I explained it to you in the private chat.
Well, give me a second and let me look. Where is the private chat thingy?
Right above the chat. It should have a red circle around a 1.
Well, I'm trying to find it.
Upper right-hand side.
I see comments. I don't see it, honestly.
There's a private chat right next to it. It says comments.
What screen is he on?
He's on StreamYard. Yeah, StreamYard.
Where's he watching the YouTube site?
No, it's on the...
Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom.
Oh, yours is at the bottom? Mine's at the top.
Okay, I was like, wait a second here. It's not where it needs to be up there next to the chat like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so don't blurt it out. That's what I was talking about.
Well, I kind of figured that's what it was, but I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was in reference to. That was what thing I was trying to figure out. I mean, and here he comes, Mr. Fox Outdoors.
There he is.
Odd being on this side of StreamYard.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? My Romas have been overwatered, but not by me.
That much rain again, huh?
Oh, we had buckets. I told you I had to drain my buckets, my plants. I had to tip them over and drain the water out of them.
Again,
Well, it happened more than once.
just set them in the grass.
Oh, by the way, Cliff, I don't know if you heard earlier. Excuse me. The Big Blue Buck Store is doing a three bags for $10.
On the mulch or the soil?
The planting soil.
Okay. Well, I got
the-
3 already, so.
The new grow. I don't know if it's gonna be doing. I know it's happening at my store. I just don't know about your store.
Yeah, I can probably check in the next day or two. Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for
we've got
that.
over 1,000 bags at work.
Jesus, that'll go quick.
Have you harvested anything other than peppers lately, Cliff?
No, I'm just waiting for my tomatoes to grow, and I didn't do a video today just because I completely forgot until about 30 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it in the morning. But other than that, nothing's changed. I have no potatoes, no peppers that I grew in the 5-gallon pots, just my 2 or 3 remaining tomato plants.
We're going to be harvesting Ian's tomorrow.
Yeah, I went and dug out like half of my pot of my potatoes the other day, and yeah, I got jack squat out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be, because one of his is starting to regrow, so we're going to leave that alone and probably put it in a different pot altogether and transplant my 2-year-old tomato plant into that pot with fresh soil and see what happens. So it's going to be an interesting set of circumstances. But my Romas were overwatered, but not, like I said, not by me. And I had to pull them.
Yes, they are. Mine are also in cages, so they don't escape.
Now my peppers are looking amazing. If you guys watched my last video on Monday, I was not feeling well enough until Monday. And my peppers are looking amazing.
I have dozens of pepper plants, but I have no idea what pepper plants they are.
I have one, and I guess because I thinned everything out when I planted them. And I chose the one that had the most, that was the tallest of all of them.
In a
And I
5-gallon bucket, you can probably do a maximum of 3.
I didn't know that, so I just went with what I could figure out, and it actually probably helped it get as big as it is. And it's probably doing as well as it is because it's got all that fertilizer. It's from that
All the root space.
expert garden soil, huh?
Oh, it's got all the space for the roots.
Yeah. So it's going to grow bigger, better fruit, I guess what you want to call it, or you want to vegetables or whatever you want to call it. But I'm just trying to figure out what the color of a California Wonder Pepper is supposed to be when you harvest it.
Yellow.
But it's green.
Oh, they'll turn yellow.
They'll turn yellow.
And then they'll turn red.
So they so he goes yellow. Okay, I have to wait till they turn
Yellow
red
red.
though before I harvest,
Green,
right?
they'll start green, they'll go into a yellow, then they'll go into an orange, and then into a red.
Okay. They got a little bit ways to go still.
You can harvest anywhere in between there, but that's up to your pepper preference.
Well, I know I got 3 of them currently, fairly large. I want to make sure that one of them I'm going to keep on the vine until I can harvest it for seeds. But I was told somewhere that the red peppers have the seeds that are easiest to plant.
Well, they'll have seeds. It's just a
Yeah,
matter
but
of,
the red ones will reproduce faster when you pull the
Hey,
seeds out.
Rob, how you
Yeah,
doing?
Rob,
Hey, Rob. Long time no see. Which ones are you talking about? Male or female what?
peppers.
Peppers.
Mine are just peppers.
No, there's
Bumps on the bottom.
4 bumps is male, 3 bumps is female.
I have to go look. I never counted. I've never grew peppers before, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of pepper growers that just say that's a lot of BS. It's a pepper's a pepper. It doesn't matter.
I do plan on making stuffed peppers with these peppers. That was the plan with Jenny. So we're going to make 2 stuffed peppers. We're going to bake them, eat them that way. One pepper is going to be kept aside for just seeds, and hopefully that we'll be able to reproduce the peppers we need.
As a friendly reminder, cook the rice first.
No rice. You're the one that loves rice. I don't. I'm going to do more tuna.
I do rice to an extent, but I have to mix it with other things because I can't just do plain boring rice. I get sick of it.
There's nothing wrong with doing like a tuna salad, bake types thing or whatever into the pepper. So I think that would be kind of cool. So no rice at all. CR.
Rice gravy.
But I mean that's the plan with the peppers. The potatoes, we're like I said, we're gonna try harvesting them tomorrow.
Later, Gary.
Be well.
Later,
Be
Gary.
safe, brother. Keep cool tomorrow. That's 1 grain of rice. I'm hoping we're one step closer to getting the property. We're waiting. I had to send some paperwork over today, so hopefully that'll be enough to get everything. So we got 11 more days, then we'll find out. Now, what's new with your guys' gardens? Anything new you're planning on doing for the fall one, Cliff? Anything in particular, or you're the one that brought it up for the winter challenge?
Haven't decided yet. Don't know if I'm actually going to do it or if I'm because right now I'm just kind of thinking about it.
Because it's not practical for me to do it.
We still got time.
With the
Well,
amount
you
of
guys got better
I have.
stable climates than I do.
Well, I also have a greenhouse, so
I don't have a greenhouse.
kind of gives me a bit of an
Whoa,
advantage.
whoa.
Yeah, same here.
Sorry, correction. I do have one of those little teeny little folding ones. Remember that Jenny and Ian picked up that one time?
Yeah.
Just never used it. Now, I don't know. I don't think my peppers or anything like that would fit in it because they're too big.
Be right back.
That's the only problem I would foresee.
That's why you grow smaller things.
Well, you put in enough soil, the right soil, anything will grow big.
Yes,
So,
but certain plants don't grow very big
well, I plan on doing
on purpose.
green beans. I plan on doing more peppers, potatoes,
Green beans are climate.
tomatoes, and preferably, hopefully, carrots eventually.
You'll need a trellis for the green beans. They climb.
I know. We're probably not going to use a trellis. We're going to probably use the fence.
Oh, that'll work.
We're also going to because the backyard is fenced in with some really fairly high fences, about 5 or 6 feet tall, and I was just going to use the perimeter for that. One thing is I was thinking about is I want to do parsnips because remember yesterday on his live he showed parsnip seeds, and those things are delicious in stews. And I want to grow a stew garden, everything but the meat. And the only thing I could really grow that way would probably be chickens, and that's chicken stew, not exactly Irish stew.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's not exactly meat, and then I was about to be like, yes.
Chicken stew is not Irish stew because it has to be beef, or in this case, original lamb.
Potatoes.
Potatoes I've got.
Mashed potatoes is Irish stew.
No.
Yes.
Whole potatoes, usually baby reds is what I like to use. But the one thing I can't grow is because our new property will not have the space for it. And that's barley.
Nobody has space for that.
It's Iowa. We actually have, the amount of crops, space we would need is like the crops that we use for corn.
Yeah, you need a metric frick ton of space because you stupid pop-ups piss off.
So the only way I can do that is I just buy barley from the store. That's the only way I can do it. I can't grow it. There's not enough space for it.
I mean, you can, but you're not going to get a large amount of it.
I can't. I mean, it's not like Robinson Crusoe when he grew the wheat by accident kind of thing. I don't have the space for it. We have less than just shy of a half an acre, and it's not going to be enough to grow anything unless I take out my trees, which I'm not going to do. I want my trees to be left alone.
You can do a lot on a quarter acre, but yeah, what you want growing barley or wheat or anything like that to make, breads and stuff, you need a absolute masterpiece of land to do it.
Yeah. Our property's got 4 lots, and our trailer and backyard is 1 lot. The trees are all the rest of it. So there's only so much I can do. And then, like I said, I'm not taking out my trees just to put crops in. Because that brings the animals in, and I need those.
Yeah, well, me personally, I'd get rid of some of the trees. I'd leave the key trees around, but I'd get rid of the ones that are in the way for me growing food, because you can't eat a tree. You can use a tree to eat food, but you can't eat a tree.
There are some trees in there that I can't eat. And if I did, I would eat it once, and that'd be it. You can pretty much guess which one it is, Cliff.
Poison oak.
Nope.
Walnut.
It's a nut.
It's a mushroom tree.
Nope.
Walnut.
It's the other one. It's a walnut
Coconut,
tree.
peanuts, walnuts.
Walnut. It's a walnut.
Peanuts are ground trees.
I'm not sure if we have any oak, because I didn't get a chance to look when I was there last, because they weren't producing anything yet. It was mostly in the wintertime, snow on the ground. And I haven't really been back there since. And I plan on taking out all the dead ash trees because of the emerald ash borer, and try to have those processed into lumber. Because it'd be a waste of a perfectly good tree if I just let it go to rot. And it'd be safer if they were taken down anyway. Because I'd rather take them down than have them fall down. But the backyard is already fenced in, and the only thing it is that it slopes really badly. And unless I terrace it or something, there's no way I could really do any major planting on the ground. Which is why I'm also going to do the raised beds off the ground type situation. And I can level them off as I need them. And just enough room for me to walk around them with my cane and stuff like that. So that's going to be a cool thing.
Gotcha.
The only thing I'm going to have to figure out is how to store a lot of the supplies I need for when I do garden, because we don't have a pantry like we normally would in bigger houses, because this is a double wide trailer. And unless I turn the small shed in the backyard into some kind of storage facility for that. But it's above ground, so it's not insulated, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But I can't tell you what it is yet until I get into it, because it's locked. It was locked the last 2 times I was there. And they didn't have a key.
Yeah, well, you're 100% positive that's part of the property?
It is part of the property. It's inside our fence line and everything. So it's right next to where I plan on putting the chicken coop.
The super coop?
Huh?
The super coop?
No, I wanted getting like 3 or 4 chickens. That's it. We just want enough to have eggs available.
3 or 4 might not do it.
We're not eating eggs every day.
It'd be a 2-door coop?
A little deuce coop?
4 on the floor?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure what we're going to have, because we got to keep them enclosed. We're not going to have them like free range or anything like that, because there's a lot of hawks and other birds of prey in the area, because it's so close to that state park. And I'd rather not lose any of them to those, to be fair.
You're going to need some solar-powered motion lights.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I won't need those.
Yeah, you will, so you can see the raccoons trying to get into the chicken coop.
Oh, I'm planning on making sure that this thing is buried about 2 feet down into the ground and rewired it with the teeny little, that kind of small
Yeah, the galvanized mesh.
Yeah. That'll be on the inside of the coop, not just on the outside. And no chicken runs. That's another potential
Every chicken
entryway.
runs.
Because it's not just the raccoons. Huh?
I said every chicken runs.
No, you knew what I meant. But the raccoons are not the only thing I'd have to worry about where that location is at. Because there's coyotes, possums, raccoons, obviously, possibly weasels, or anything like that.
Now, your main problem is going to be the raccoons.
I didn't see evidence of those, but
They're there.
I wasn't there long enough to do that much of an investigation, to be fair. But this is going to be a manufactured coop. I'm not building it myself. I'm going to bring it in, drop it off, and then, that kind of thing. What's up a Mini Cooper sign? If you want to come and hang out in my backyard, they're more than welcome to, CR. But, that remains to be seen what we can do with it because it has a lot of potential. It's just that I'm worried about, the deer getting into my garden because my fence is tall, but not tall enough for that deer can't jump over it because they can jump pretty high.
Spray painted black, they won't even see it. They'll run straight into it.
No, I don't want to run into it. I want to be able to see it myself.
Spray paint it white.
We do have to do some upgrades to the trailer itself because one of them is the former owner was a dog owner and they had a doggy door. And so we got to replace that with a solid door. And I don't want Mac getting in and out that way. Because whatever can go out can get in the same way, like raccoons.
They usually have a slide. You can just put right into it.
Nope, I'm going to replace the whole door because it's going to be an insulation thing, too, for the winter. I want to winterize the trailer as much as I physically can. I just figured out the other day when I was talking to Jenny, we have a duct cleaning company about a block away from us up on the corner. And we're going to have all the ducts cleaned out, everything sterilized.
I didn't know the new place was infested with ducks.
Yeah, it probably is. There are a lot of quackers in the area because it is a state park. Remember, there is a lake. I hate to see what happens during duck season and wildlet season.
Chicken season.
Chicken season we're not going to be harvesting chickens yet.
It's usually salt, pepper, and some paprika.
Mrs. Dash, because we don't have any Italian seasoning or the dry rub we need.
Yeah, my batches were doing great. Then all of a sudden, the heat wiped out half my stuff out.
I'm putting in an order now, and you tell me when you're ready, and I'll send you money for it, and we'll go that route. Because I'm going to have to give you a whole new address and everything.
Yeah, I've got my basil's going good, but I'm going to have to pull it and then put it in some planters in the greenhouse for the winter season. I'll just have to keep it growing in there.
I think Jason mentioned that he's doing strawberries.
Doing what?
You're doing strawberries?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure which type of strawberries they are, but you mentioned it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Going.
Make a snow wall.
Yeah,
Why would I build a snow wall?
Narwhal.
No, CR said snow wall.
Narwhals living in the ocean.
If I'm going to do, I'm not going to be doing a Kinsey or Quincy or whatever they call it on the property because that's just too much digging.
Snowdrift like North Dakota or South Dakota.
Well, I don't know what I was there during the wintertime and they got about a foot of snow out there, but our last winter was kind of mild. And I'm not sure what this year's is going to be like yet. And we're going to make sure that we can The block wind, I could just run some mesh panels on the side of the fence line and block the wind. But we also have a lot of trees which do the same thing. The only thing is that one end of the trailer overlooks the lake, and it's a really amazing view. But I don't know what the weather is going to be like coming in that way, because I need to change the way the steps are going into the trailer, because where they have them now they're very inconvenient for me to get in and out of from where we're parked. So
You'll adapt and overcome.
nope, I'm going to adapt the deck to fit me, not the other way around, because I want a direct route straight from my vehicle to the house. I'm not going to have to go walk halfway around my house just to get into my house, just to go back and around and weave in to the front door. That just defeats the purpose of having a house that that's yours. Would you have to walk halfway across your house just to go through the front door, Jason?
No, I have to walk all the way across the house to get to the door.
From the outside?
Yes, and the inside.
Oh, wow. You go through your garage?
Yep. That's
Oh,
right.
I don't have a garage. I do, but not connected to the trailer.
No, I got a couple of Arcadia doors, and I got the other door, but we don't use them. We use this one here
Right.
because that's where everybody parks.
Well, I've shown pictures where the people park at the trailer. So, Cliff, you and Jason have seen that picture, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, oh man. So, if you decide to do the winter challenge, Jason, what are you thinking?
Winter food.
I don't know what that entails.
Peas.
Okay.
I'm gonna do peas. I'll probably do some brassicas.
Some what?
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
Oh, okay. We can't eat lettuce here.
Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts.
Ugh. Golf balls. No.
Oh, it's actually great, especially the Brussels sprouts, and you cut them in quarters.
I don't like the taste.
Well, no, you throw it in with like when you're making Asian food.
I don't do Asian food.
You can't do spicy.
No, it's a lot of the Asian food requires peanut oil and stuff like that. I don't do that. And Jenny can't eat lettuce because she has a IBS. So she literally can't digest it. Which is why we do BTs instead of BLTs.
I'm waiting for the weather to kill the
Unless we can figure out a way to do it with spinach. Because she has not had an issue with spinach for some reason.
Yeah, you can do spinach. It's easy.
No, I mean, what would you call it, though? Not a BLT anymore.
It's a BST.
A BST?
I
I bet that would be interesting.
else. It's a BST.
It's an interesting idea. I'd have to ask Jenny about that. Because, I mean, I like fresh spinach over cooked spinach any day.
I will see her.
So we talked a bunch about your PCP rifles and stuff like that yesterday, Jason. And you're suggesting the $300 ones from Pyramid Air?
Yeah.
Well, for those people, like I said, like myself, if your budget does not allow that, you can go a little cheaper, well, a lot cheaper by comparison with the ones from Walmart. But they're not always the best options, like you said, because they're not the highest quality.
Yeah, if you can go get the Seneca Dragonfly Mark II. That was only about 150.
Well, the one I saw was like 179, I think, for that one, for the Beeman. But that's an entry level one. I mean, we're talking about extreme bargain basement entry level, and that does not include the pump.
I will say this, that Dragonfly's got a little bit more power than that Benjamin does.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But I mean, if you're just getting into it, I'd rather not spend it, break it, spend it, spend an arm and a leg just to get something like that, and find out later on that I'm like, okay, this is not, I'm not really into this. And if you decided no, I'm not going to do it anymore, you're not going to be breaking the bank. It's like I said, it's to get your toes wet. It's not jump in with both feet type of situation.
And not only that, with the Dragonfly, you can put a silencer on it. You can't do that with the Benjamin.
I get that. That's also upgrades and stuff like that I can't afford at this time either. Ian's already got a Beeman, but that's neither here nor there. And it's definitely not a PCP. And that other one you showed off with the pump one that would require 200 pumps, I think you said.
From MT, yes.
That one, while a great budget one because you don't need a pump for, it does require a lot of upper body conditioning to do it properly. As long as you don't try to overheat it by pumping it like a madman. According to you.
Yeah.
So different than trying to pump up a bicycle tire.
Well, they do the pumps they do offer at Walmart are that style.
Yeah.
But that's also a very big cardio thing. If you're not ready for it or you don't have the conditioning to run one of those, you go to Vivor, get the 4,500 PSI pump for that purpose.
There's no rules or regulations that say you have to pump all 200 pumps in one go.
I mentioned that to Jason yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
You go here, you take a break, you do it again, you go take another break, let your arms recover. Because if you do all 200 pumps, you ain't even going to be able to hold the rifle.
Or you could have somebody else do the pumping for you.
Well, that defeats the purpose if they want to shoot too. Because again, they won't be able to hold the rifle.
No, that's because you shoot first while they're taking a break. Then they can shoot. And as Jason also mentioned, that you can once you get done shooting, you pump them up again. But you got to make sure you keep your counts in check or watch your PSI.
Yeah, there's a manometer on there that you can keep an eye on. And again, you just take a couple shots, spend a couple of minutes, pump it up again, top it off. Shoot like 3 or 4 rounds, top it off.
Well, since these are this one is a clip one, like you were talking about, you shoot multiple shots in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's a cylinder like you were showing or not. I didn't delve deep into that one, so I don't understand how those work when you have multiple shots in a row without having to reload.
Yeah, you gotta use the lever action to rack another round.
Well, okay, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's not semi-auto. No, you gotta manually load it.
Okay. Now, there are some people who want to go. Okay, you mentioned something about a nitrogen one, I think.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ball game, sort of like a beefed up version of a CO2.
Oh no, it's cranked up.
Like I said, it's the next generation beefed up model.
Well, those cartridges hold like 4,500 psi.
Right. But I'm just saying that's what I'm using that as an example. That's basically what it means. It's what it is.
Yeah.
And now they're not reusable either, like you said.
No, and like I said, a CO2 that only goes up to 900 psi.
But I'm not trying to shoot through a house, though.
Yeah.
And if worst case scenario, and if I lose pressure on that thing, I always got my bows.
Yeah.
As a backup.
One of the nice things about that, you can actually get the air tank itself for the complete the PCP air tank. You get a couple of those, and you put those in your backpack.
And how much do those weigh?
I don't remember. I know they're
Like
not
maybe
that
2
expensive.
pounds, 2 to 3 pounds each when they're full. But it also depends on the size of the PCP tank too, because I think the pre-charged ones that you buy, they're usually the tiny cylinder ones that usually aren't much bigger than standard fridge water filter, or at least circumference-wise, but they're like a foot long. But full, I don't think they weigh more than about 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to know that in advance. You know what you're getting into.
They weigh less when they're empty, but not
Oh.
by much.
True. Now, unless you have the space for it, like I know for a fact that Jason's got more property than I will ever have, and you're very limited on what space you have too, Cliff.
Yeah, until I can find some property that I want to
I
buy.
get that.
Alrighty. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
it is $99 for the tank.
So you $200 for two of them.
Yeah.
Is that the refillable tank, or is that the nitrogen tank?
That's the PCP conversion tank.
Okay, you got to explain that one to me because I'm a novice.
Pre-charged
Information on
pneumatic. It's
that.
a 100 cc air cylinder that fits the Umarex Complete and allows you to run the Complete on just like any other PCP rifle.
So basically, it's a rechargeable one.
That one's rechargeable, and it
That's what I wanted to know.
3,625 psi maximum. You swap out, blend your pressure and the cylinder. Your I'm reading up on it because I haven't read up on it yet.
Okay. Are you planning on getting something like that, Jason?
Say again?
Are you planning on getting one of your own?
No, I'm not gonna get the Complete.
Doesn't hurt to ask. You don't know until you ask. Wow, man.
So 250 bar. It has no gauge on it, so
Oh, that's not good then.
well, your pump has a gauge on it, and most of your compressors will have a gauge on it.
Right.
And you can get them to automatically shut off on the pumps.
Oh, I get it.
And it cannot be pressurized while it is not installed on the rifle, so it will not hold a charge.
Okay, say that again.
It will not hold a charge unless it is in the rifle.
Oh, okay.
That'd be nice if you can keep it charged. But then you slip a couple of the nitro air tanks in your backpack and you'll be fine.
The only thing is, I mean, I wouldn't use mine for like hunting rodents like you do. Mine would be like for emergencies only. That maybe once I have my chickens, obviously.
Yeah, the nice thing about the nitrogen, it's not temperature sensitive like CO2 is.
Well, I can understand that. So, what is your favorite vegetable to grow, Jason?
A yummy one.
In particular, type?
You know what? I like the squash. I like the peppers.
Okay.
Love the tomatoes, cucumbers.
There's not just one that sits above all?
Not just one. No,
About you, Cliff?
My favorite one is salsa. There you go.
Radishes and carrots when I can actually get them the damn things to grow before they bolt.
You had some nice carrots there for a little while there, Cliff.
Yeah, it was the spot that I had them in. I'm going to have to go grow them back in that spot again. Radishes I did really well on this year because I had them attached to water, so they were getting water daily.
Well, radishes are the one thing I know I can't eat, so. And that's kind of, I mean, I've always wondered why they did what they did when I ate them. Now I know why.
It's because they're spicy.
Blisters in my mouth are not considered more than spicy, Cliff. Doesn't matter which kind I've ever had, they always did the same thing. And that's not a comfortable feeling.
Neither was accidentally sitting on a pineapple, but
How would you know that?
if you ever accidentally sat on a pineapple,
No.
that's why it's
Hey,
called.
Tyler.
Which Tyler?
Ta-da!
He said he just shot a coyote, possibly.
Well, we just shot a coyote with the Pinty.
Did you drop him, or did you
believes.
have to go chase him down?
You got to verify. Okay, what's the Pinty Striker?
It's the type of bullpup rifle.
Okay, I understand that it's a rifle, but I don't know much about it, though. I was looking more for details. Now, I don't think even CR can run a air rifle where he's at, right? Because of Canada's rules.
I'm not going to talk much on that one.
Because you don't believe what they're that they don't allow them to protect themselves.
No, they're going to be. They're trying to make it worse than England and take everything away.
So they want to let them be eaten by bears.
Oh, something also about the freaking, what was it, the Powerball now actually being split with the UK.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I ran across something about that earlier. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I heard that.
The U.S. Powerball?
Yeah, Powerball.
People wouldn't do it. They would refuse to do that if we had to share.
Yeah, we don't. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's some BS or some clout kind of stuff, but yeah.
That sounds like BS as it is. So, see, Tyler, do you know how big it was, how far it was, how good the shot was, potentially? I don't need to see pictures, mind you, but I do need, details matter. No answer. Okay.
Give him a second. Damn.
Give him a chance to type it out.
Also, is Rob still here?
Else.
I know Rob's
Probably not.
He's got a new property, so I don't know how his land is where he's moved to. Cornfed.
Oh, that Rob.
He's here. He
Yeah,
was
Rob
here.
Road.
Not Rob on the road. Different Rob.
Yeah, corn-fed.
Yeah. So he does have a new property. So I don't know what kind of growing he's going to be doing there, if any. Because I do know that when I get to my new property, it's going to be a little different until I figure out what I can and cannot do. It's just because it's not a lot of space, but it's more space than I've had. So I'm going to have to make do with what I can until I figure out what I can do. Or figure out a way to do it. I may go with a lot of pre-made raised beds, just to help make it easier on me. That way, I can just order them and just pick them up and then have them dropped off, and have them set up.
I think they should now be called elevated beds.
Elevated beds.
Elevated beds instead of raised beds, because raised beds seems now my brain this is where my brain process is going. That
Hey, Groundhog.
from trees, harvested the lumber, cut it, dried it, and then made your own boxes. That
Makes
would
sense.
be a raised garden bed.
I've been looking at some raised garden boxes. So.
Ground fox, ground fog. Sorry, I don't know where ground fox. It's my brain. I told you I'm squiggly today. It was.
Now that's another thing I would have to worry about too, but not just the weasels and the raccoons and such. Foxes is another possibility as well, given the location, because it is a major animal corridor. Shooting FX hybrid slugs at 960 psi. That good, Jason?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I,
The problem
like I
is,
said, you're my resident expert, so you're gonna have to tell me.
I would rather be using a 18 grain JSB um, um, Hades, not the Hades, but the regular exact Diablo.
I don't understand what that is, so
Well,
I'm
Type of
gonna play
round.
dumb.
it'll penetrate a lot further.
Well, I mean, if whatever he's using, if it's working, does it matter?
But if it's going to be an ear hole, yeah, either one will work.
But shot placement is everything. We know that.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you're using. If it's a low caliber and it works because of shot placement,
Oh, it's going to be shot placement, big time.
Yeah. and because you know as well as I, even with a bow, shot placement is everything.
Yes.
And you can use like a 30-pound bow and still take down a decent sized game, including like turkey, with a
Oh yeah.
30-pound bow.
Again, it's got weight and mass and speed. It's going to change the everything there on there.
Correct. Now, a headshot is a headshot, plain and simple.
But you still got to get the brain and the brain stem to make
Well,
sure.
like you said, if you're going into the ear, that pretty much opens that up literally. Now, I don't know if someone has ever shot one of those into the mouth or not.
No, I wouldn't go head on. I would come in from the side. I would have to wait.
Well, if this mouth is open and you shoot right into the mouth,
Nope. Chances of going bad are too great.
how so?
Because at the time you commit, he can close his mouth.
Well, he won't hear it coming.
It's not the point.
I know I've hit rabbits on the run with a headshot with a bow. It's not easy, but it can be done. But I went in one eye and out the other. That was an instant kill. Can I do it every time? No, because every shot's different.
We just call it instant harvest.
That was a definite instant harvest,
Yes.
and I had witnesses see me do it too, because that thing was on the run, and I just lined it up and shot. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stay much longer myself because I am pushing my endurance to my limits right now. But I'm starting to feel it with my shoulders, surprisingly enough.
Why were you doing jumping jacks?
No,
Doing the push-ups?
I know what I feel when I get tired lately. Ever since I got sick, I could feel it in my shoulders and everything. Like everything's pressing down. Don't ask me why. It feels that way. Whatever I had took a lot out of me. I do know I had an infection in my leg though, and it was bad that I needed antibiotics.
Partial lunar eclipse coming soon.
I mentioned the moon phase.
I'm going to be like in between the line where this thing is going to be freaking partial and full. But everyone else is going to be... Jason's got full eclipse visibility, assuming there's no clouds. Colin's got full eclipse visibility. I'm going to be on the... I'm like on the cusp of partial eclipse and full eclipse visibility.
The next full moon is not until the 27th.
27th.
I said that.
No, I thought you said 22nd.
27th.
Just ran across a post for it, so I was like, ooh, nice.
I'm actually looking on the Bing weather on my computer, and it has a list of all the information for that.
Was Chandler there?
Huh?
Was Chandler there?
Not Chandler Bing, no.
Chandler Bing.
He's no longer with us anymore, remember?
No.
He passed away. Unfortunately. Somebody else passed away recently. That Hayden Panettiere or whatever it is. If you guys ever watched the TV show Heroes,
Oh yeah.
the cheerleader, she passed away.
What the heck? She's like my age.
Yep.
Disclose on how. I got a feeling I know what it was.
It was an illness. I'm not sure. But someone did not say the cheerleader.
Oh shit, she's actually younger than me. Crap, never mind.
I can't remember what she died of, but I know it was not a
OD.
chemically induced. But she passed away suddenly. She wasn't very old, though.
Yeah, 36. I got her by 10 years almost.
Does it say what she died of?
No, not in here. At least not on the current page. Just said died August 16th, so literally like 4 days ago. In Greenville, South Carolina. Or if you really decide to be funny, it can be Southern Canada. Yeah, it doesn't say.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, right. Apparently, her ability to heal was not great enough to stop whatever happened.
No, they lost their ability, remember? In that one episode?
It's because freaking Hero screwed up the entire timeline.
I know.
The Dingleberry. If he would have just, not tried to go back in time, everything would have been fine. All he had to do was stop Sylar, but no. Sylar learned how to take powers through sympathy. Or empathy. And I still can't watch the new Star Trek movie, by the way, without seeing him as the bad guy, trying to steal everyone's power, trying to cut everyone's forehead open.
No.
That was like his first major role within Heroes, and then years later, he's all Spock. No. All I can see him is just doing this, just carving in the forehead. And
the guy who's the brother that was, had the ability to naturally do what Sylar was trying to do.
Well, for a
They really screwed him up when they said he could only do one power at a time.
And you know what the funny part is they actually tried to bring back a TV show with him as the host, and I thought it was kind of cool. Was In Search Of.
Oh, I remember that. That's a good show, though.
Yeah, so if you play a Spock role, that's what you get rolled in afterwards.
Nothing wrong with that show, though. I remember the original with Leonard Nimoy.
Oh,
It was
cool
amazing.
stuff in there.
Interesting.
What?
Oh, I just was looking at that.
Okay.
Ring Death Wear with Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Or what is the other one?
The one where you did the one with Dean Cain? Oh no, sorry, that was
Fact or Fiction?
No. What's his name? That was the number one from Next Generation.
I just said that.
What's his name?
Fact or Fiction.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
trying
Sort
to
of like One Step Beyond and all that stuff kind of thing. Cliff, you okay?
I popped my finger, not hurt.
I thought you were just flipping people off.
No, I popped my knuckle in that tongue a bit.
It looked like you.
I missed
Sorry,
Blake reading.
Blake's not in here right now, so you can't do that.
That's why I said it's a delayed Blake reading.
Oh, Tyler said it's in the neighbor's field. He has to go ask him tomorrow if he can retrieve it. Keep us informed there, Tyler. I really appreciate it.
Spider looks like a dead leaf.
Yeah, I can see him doing the video, getting up to it and everything else in the recovery. Go, and the pelt is good.
And the pelt has been chewed on because something ate it.
Oh, that was all the ants that I decided to feed with it. I finally chucked it in the trash can yesterday. And that thing was pretty much just bones and like one small tuft of tail fur, and that was it. That thing was completely obliterated.
So you must have had some of those death beetles there, Cliff.
No, that thing was on a pile of it's funny. Ants won't be anywhere until you drop something on the ground, and then all of a sudden they're like all over there, and then they will build a nest, like a secondary nest, right under the item.
Right. And
That way they don't have to keep dragging it 5 miles away.
they'll
They
just harvest it.
Build
They
a
eat it.
secondary nest right there.
Right.
Yeah, especially if you drop a stick on their path or a leaf. I'm lost.
That's where you get them. That's where you try to get them in the
That was
death
funny.
circle.
That's when you have a pet aardvark or an anteater.
Yeah, no, I saw that at the theaters with the kids, and oh my goodness, I just started laughing.
I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to go, guys. I'm trying. I'm holding on, but and the thing is, I'm not even tired. I'm just sore.
Colan's dying to get off and get some sleep.
I'm not tired. That's the problem. I'm physically sore.
Try to know the feeling.
It's like right here, Cliff, along both sides of my shoulders. That's where I'm feeling it. My new cane really makes a big difference, though. I had some trouble with my old one when I went to McDonald's the other day, and they just mopped the floor and it was slipping all over the place.
Oof.
You just need to get an exoskeleton.
That I was looking at those things; those are like $1,500.
Yeah, he just needs to reinforce his skeletal frame with titanium or I would say vibranium, but
my knee is already reinforced with titanium.
No, you need vibranium.
Vibranium, not adamantium.
Yeah, vibranium, stronger, lighter.
Aluminium.
Not aluminium. That's a definite no.
No, you're gonna go really cheap. You might as well go Chinesium.
Chinesium. At least it's not that. What was that other stuff? They used to do a lot of joints out of it. I can't remember.
Carbon fiber.
Not carbon fiber, but something similar. But I know about I've seen some like medical shows that showed that this stuff that they use for the ball joints and replacements for hips and stuff sometimes corroded.
Oh, freaking silicone or the
not the silicone.
Poly wounds?
Huh?
Poly? Like
no, this one is actually
rubber?
it's a metal, but it's a certain type of metal, but I can't remember what it is.
The Teflon.
Not Teflon.
Yeah, that's the plastic I was thinking of is the Teflon liners because they.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with metal chat there, CR.
Because it's heavy.
That it is. The fact that Mater made you through the hole backwards. What the heck?
Cobalt chromium, that's the one. That stuff can deteriorate and it can kill you.
Chromium. Y'all remember when they were making that stuff?
It's here. I'll show you, Cliff.
Chromoly. Chromoly or chromium.
It's in the chat there, Cliff.
Yeah, cobalt chromium alloy. Yeah, it used to make bikes in the 90s with that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is not something you really want to have in your body because that stuff, once it starts getting into your bloodstream, your body just basically shuts down.
Well, yeah, because it's radioactive.
But titanium's supposed to be better. I've got it in my body. Now, if my body starts rejecting it, I'm screwed. Because there's nothing I can do. I'm already screwed anyway because they cut the nerves in my leg anyway.
The nerve of those people.
Yeah.
The lack of nerve. No, so But I think I'm done, guys.
Alrighty.
I
Done.
I know it's a little early, but I'm doing my best here. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jason and Molly. Thank you, Cliff, for being up here.
Yup.
And I will see you guys on Saturday at Cliff's
Yes,
Lab
sir.
at 7:30 or
7,
6:30
6:30 my normal time.
6:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Central Time. Be well, be safe. Love you guys all. Thank you, everybody in chat. I don't want to make a whole list, but we will see you on Saturday.
Yep.
And have a good evening.
Yep. Same Fox time, same Fox channel.
And we're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clippers.